Hey, welcome back. I went ahead and stripped the radiator and the evaporator coil and took off some lines. There was a power steering cooler. We had the transmission cooler built into the radiator, and also the oil cooler built into the radiator. Took all those lines loose, captured the leaking fluids. Now we got to get this core support off. The only other one that I've taken off was that one that I got from the junkyard, and it was a little bit of a pain. I did not have an impact with me. I hope this goes better. These bolts, there's two body mounts basically for this whole front end that mount to this core support, one here and one here, and they take a lot of abuse rust wise. So I've soaked those bolts several times with the penetrating oil in hopes that these come off fairly well with the impact at least. And the access, there's a 15 millimeter hex head up here and an 18 millimeter hex nut down below. And sometimes what you got to do to get in there, a 6-point socket will help. You can get that on there already, because you can't get the if you have a wide head ratchet, it's hard to get that in there. So you can do that and then put the ratchet onto the socket. Easier than the last time, that's for sure. Alright, let's see if this comes off. It should have been the only two things holding it. Oh. Forgot about these. These are your front impact airbag sensors. I will reuse these, but they are riveted on. So we'll set this aside and then have to grind off the rivets to get those out. So there we have it. Now I can take some more lines off, loosen up everything that I can, and then next thing to do is go ahead and lift this back up and try to get the bolts out of the other body mounts. I think there's 6 more body mounts. So we'll do that next. Hey everyone, thought I'd give you a quick progress report. It's been a couple of days since I did any kind of filming. Just been working on this as I can, 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here, a couple hours. But yeah, so we almost have it ready for pulling the body off of the frame. And there's only one more point of attachment that I know about, and that is the steering shaft. I think I'm going to go ahead and just remove the steering column, and that should take care of that. I think 4 nuts or bolts or something on the inside, and that steering column will pull out. Had a time with the body mounts. They were pretty much rotted. They should not look like this. They came out in pieces. We had bolts break off. I'll have to deal with that later. The bad part about these, as old as this vehicle is, or any other vehicle that's got some age on it, you're going to have rust get in. But these are also put in with Loctite, so that even compounds the situation. So I'll deal with that. 4 out of the 8 bolts broke off. 4 of them did come out okay, so I just got to clean the threads up on that, and when I put the new body mounts in, it'll be ready to roll. But yeah, once I get the body up off the frame, I'll deal with that somehow, figure out what to do on that, and I'll let you know about that. But yeah, we pulled out all the braking system. I am probably going to do a anti-lock delete after doing some further research on these units. They are quite temperamental. They do give issues. As time goes by, they don't function the way that they're intended to when they're new. So instead of paying a super high amount, I'm probably just going to go ahead and delete this. Get rid of the anti-lock brakes. I may or may not keep the cruise control. I went ahead and took that unit off. It was mounted here, had a cable that ran over to the throttle body, so we got that out. And as far as I know now, every other point that connects the body to the frame is disconnected except for the steering shaft, and it's ready to lift off. I am going to have to fabricate some kind of a lifting cradle to go underneath, support the body well enough. I'm going to do a little more research. I may wind up going ahead and pulling the doors off. They've got to come off anyway, just to get rid of all the weight, and maybe even strip the interior out before I do that, just to eliminate some weight. I don't want to bend up the body underneath by lifting it up. It still has a fair amount of weight to it. So yeah, it's been a job. It's not for the faint of heart. Sometimes I even ask myself, what did I get myself into here? But I know it's going to be cool when I get done. I'm just doing it right. It was bound to happen. I was going to run into some rusty bolts. It's not an issue. We'll deal with that. And yeah, here's my pile that came off. and I've got to sort through this. There is some good small parts and pieces that I'm going to save, and then I'm going to call my junk metal guy, and he's going to come over here and load all this up and take it to the metal recycler. Yeah, I went ahead and pulled all the brakes off, all the rotors. The backing plates were rusted out. Luckily, those can be purchased for less than $20 a piece, so I'm pretty happy about that. Got the bumper off of the back. One thing I did struggle with quite a bit, the spare tire carrier is the drop cable type, and it was frozen solid. There was no moving it, so I had to pull the bumper off in order to get access to get in there and cut some things loose, get the spare tire out of it. The spare tire is not going back on it. That space underneath here is going to be used for my muffler or resonator system in the back, because we are going to run duals out, but I can use that area. I'll fabricate some kind of a heat shield up in there and give it dual exhaust. Yeah, I went ahead and pulled the corner pieces out. They came out okay. There's 4 nuts that hold that on, and a brace. All that came out okay. I disconnected the fuel filler from the body, so it's done. And yeah, it's getting cold outside here now. It's supposed to be like 28 tonight. I was hoping the warm weather would last a little bit longer, but maybe it'll come back once I get the body off. I need to roll this thing out over a tarp and really do some good cleaning. I am giving some serious thought to once I get it clean and oil free and completely disassembled on the chassis, get the powertrain out of it. I'm thinking very seriously about taking it up to the powder coater and just let them blast it and powder coat it. It's a lot of money, but I think it's going to solve a lot of aggravation for me. So yeah, there you have it. Just a quick little update. Shop is a mess now. I got to clean up good. But yeah, it's coming apart. So looking forward to getting it into 2 big pieces. That's when I'll feel like, yeah, I can make some headway, start sanding the body, get the body work done, work on the frame, get all my new suspension components in, all new braking system. The new body mounts are ordered. I am going with the polyurethane. They'll last a lot longer and give me a little bit better body control for handling. Looking for some adjustable shocks. I would like this thing to handle pretty good given the power that it's going to have. And so yep, thanks for watching, and I will see you soon with another video. Y'all be well.